Good morning, students. And today's the class is regarding open cast mining. Different methods are there. The different types of minerals are there. The coal is there, iron is there, copper is there, gold is there. Different types of minerals are there, and some of the minerals are excavated. Some of the minerals are excavated by the open cast mining. Some of the minerals are excavated by the underground mining. But in the underground mining, different types of methods are there. Board and pillar method is there, development is there, deep learning is there, mechanized semi-mechanized mines using LHDs and SGLs are there, and excavation of large thickness of coal with the by blasting gallery method, and excavation of the coal, large chunks of coal by the longwall mining by the using with Shira, which is the coal cutter. So different types of different methods are there. This is the underground method. Similarly, in the open cast mining is there, where the surface mining is there, and actually the mineral is available below the ground, and over the over the mineral OB material is there, unwanted waste material is there. The waste material is taken out, and the mineral is exposed, and the mineral is uh, excavated, and this is called the surface mining. And here different types of surface minings are there. All the we will have and we will be dealing in detail regarding the open cast mining, and open strip mining. So we will be discussing very much. And all types of surface minings are there. Open cast mining is there, strip mining is there, the placer mining is there. In the placer mining, hydraulicking is there, dredging is there, and solution mining is there. So there are, but how we can say, first this is the first one, open cast mining, and the second one is the placer mining, and third one is the placer mining. Three minings are there. The open cast mining, and the mineral is excavated. The mineral is excavated, and the OB material, unwanted material is excavated, and two types of minings are there. The open cast mining is there, open strip mining is there, and the two minings are there. The second one is the placer mining. In the placer mining, and the again two methods are there. Hydraulicking is there, and dredging is there, and two methods are there. In these two methods, again the mineral is excavated. The placer mineral is excavated. This is called the placer mining. And third type of mining is solution mining, where borehole mining is used and the leaching process is used. Here, two methods are used. Borehole mining. So, by laying the different types of borehole, and we excavate the minerals. So, this is one type of the mining. And the leaching is there. After taking out the soluble mineral from the borehole, and we will sort out. We take the concentrator from the slurried water. So that is called the leaching. So these are the different types of the surface minings are there. So all the minings we will be discussing all the minings one by one. So open cast mining is there. Actually, the generally the coal is there. Coal is excavated at the open cast mining, and the iron ore is excavated at the open cast mining. Copper ore is excavated, and bauxite ore is excavated, and many metals which are excavated by the open cast mining. Underground mining may be there, but suppose the material which is available nearer to the surface, then we prefer open cast mining. And previously, suppose coal is there, and when the coal is available below the 50 meters below the surface, where open cast mining is used, and this is called open cast mining. So the 50 meters overburden, the 50 meters waste material is removed, and the coal is exposed, and the coal is excavated. This was done in previously, and 30 years back and 20 years back, only up to where the coal was available below the 50 meters, where the mining we used there, the open cast mining we used there. So up to 50 meters, we went down. Now the things are changed. The technology is revolutionized, and many high power missions have come up by much capacity dumpers are there, drag lines are there, and coal drills and OB drills are there. Many machinery, many dumpers are high capacity, many dumpers are there on heavy head moving mission, and total change is there. Total revolution is there in the machinery. So high capacity missions came up. So with the use of high capacity missions, we further went down up to 300 meters also we are going down. The 300 meters OB material, unwanted material is there, and below the 300 meters, if the mineral is there, if the coal is available below the 300 meters, then 300 meters the unwanted material is excavated and the exposed coal is taken out, and this is done by the open cast mining. So previously it was for only the surface cover is only 50 meters where the open cast mining was possible. Now the things have been very much changed. A lot of things have been changed. The motor total the scenario, the mining scenario is changed now up to 300 meters also, and economic the viability is there, the feasibility is there. Now, technically it is feasible and economically it is feasible. Technically, with using high powered missions, we are able to excavate the 300 meters of OB material and dump some other way, and the exposed coal is taken out by this mining, and still we are getting benefits. Even 300 meters OB material is removed, and we spent a lot of money on removing 300 meters of OB material, unwanted material. Still, the project is incurring many benefits. Actually, when compared to the OMS output per man shift, one man is producing how much, how many tons of coal per shift is the real is a yardstick of the measurement. Suppose a coal mine is the underground coal mine. Previously it was OMS was less than 1, point 0.8, point 0.6, point 0.7, like that it was there. So economically a loss is there. So when it crosses one OMS, then the mine can be run in the profits. For using with the LHDs and SDLs, it rose to the 4 or 5 OMS. Whether using the long wall Shira, and it rose to 2025, and even in the blasting gallery method also the OMS is only 22 25. But when in the case of open cast mining, so the things are very much changed. The OMS rose to 35 to 50 OMS is there. That means one man produces 50 tons of coal, 50 tons of mineral per shift. So the OMS is very much high, the production is very much increased, and the productivity is also very much increased. Suppose actually the capacity of the open cast mining and 20 years back it was only 1 million ton. Now it changed to 3 million tons and 10 million tons of open cast mining. A small open cast mining is producing more than 5 million tons per annum or 10 million tons per annum. Average moderately the mining, the open cast mining projects are producing 10 million tons per annum. It is there. But one Givra mine is there in India. It is producing 200 million tons, 200 million tons mineral per annum. It's a very biggest one, the biggest mining projects. Uh, what we can say in the Asia, it is the very biggest mining project in the Asia. In India also it is there. So a lot of things are very much changed. The technology improves and the use of explosives improves, and the technical manpowers that are very much available. Everything is changed, and with the change of everything, the the total scenario of excavation is changed, and it is immense, and beyond beyond words. What we can say beyond words, and unexpressible. What we can say it is there. So The open cast mining is there. So this is the ABC of open cast mining. Anyway, just to get into the details of open cast mining, and later on, let us deal other minings also there. Suppose the open cast mining is there. First, we start with the box cut, uh, and uh, and actually the OB material is there, and this one and the mineral material is there. So, for example, the coal is there. The OB material actually in the form of benches. Actually, it is by laying different types of benches, and the excavation is possible. Suppose first we start with the box cut, and after that a bench is there. The height of the bench is generally for a mechanized man it is 10 meters, 10 meters to 30 meters is there. The height of the bench is, and the width of the bench is slightly more than the height of the bench, because on the benches the drills are there and the dumpers are moving on the benches. So the total, suppose 300 meters is there. Suppose if the height of the bench is 10 meters, like that 30 vertical benches are used. 30 vertical benches are used for excavating the unwanted, the OB material is there. Like similarly, so 30 vertical benches with using the 30 vertical branches, the total OB is excavated, and below the coal is exposed. The coal may be 20 meters thick and 30 meters thick. Suppose 30 meters thick is there. Three benches are laid out. The height of the bench is 10 meters. Like that, three benches are laid out. So this is the height of the bench, and the width of the bench is naturally more than the height of the bench. For the stable benches, the bench should be very stable. Why? Because heavy earth moving machinery is placed on the bench. So the height must be lesser and the width must be more. A ratio is there, and we follow the ratio. So the benches are there. So all the benches are excavated. The benches are the coal benches are excavated, and the OB benches are excavated. The drills are there. OB drill is there. OB drill is actually the open guys mechanized open cast mines. Actually, the drills are there. The drills, I mean, what we can say, the diameter of the hole is nearly 250 mm, and 50 holes are drilled, and 1 ton of explosive used in the heavy mechanized mine. 1 ton of explosive is charged with one hole, like the 50 tons of explosive charged in one blasting pattern that is blasted out. So a lot of OB is produced, a lot of OB, and that is transported by that is lifted by the hydraulic shovels. Hydraulic power shovels are there, hydraulic shovels are there, rope shovels are there, and the bucket capacity varies 3.5 meter cube to 10 meter cube bucket shovels, the capacity of the bucket shovel. So the shovel, the hydraulic shovel comes up to the face and lift the material and dump over in the dumper. And the capacity of the dumper may be varying 35 tons, 85 tons, 105 tons, 135 tons, 185 tons, 235 tons. So as per the capacity of the mine, the range of the dumper increases from 35 tons to 235 tons of dumper. The capacity ranges. So 235 tons, very heavy, suppose 3 million tons, and 10 million tons of mine is there per annum it is producing. So that much the dumpers we use there. So this one, the shovels, the hydraulic shovels, which excavate, which lift the coal and dump over in the dumper. A dumper carries away the material from mine point to the dump yard. Somewhere the dumping yard may be situated 5 kilometers away, far away from the mine. So the dumper with the heavy capacity and takes the material and dump over at the dump yard. It is there. So this is the system we use there. And raglan is also there. That raglan is also used for lifting the OB material from the mine point to maybe 500 meters away from the mine point. Straight away at the dumping yard, it dumps over. It is there. So the conveyors and the haulages, which are all everything which is used in the open cast mine, and the OB material is excavated. OB material is excavated, and this one, the coal is also excavated. So for the suppose the 250 mm, that is they have the hole where we use in the OB material, and when you come to the coal, that have the drill hole is 150 mm. The coal drills are there. The coal drills lay out different holes and charge with the holes. Explosives there. The SMS plants are there. Slide mixer slurry plants are there. The vehicles are loaded with the heavy explosive. The vehicle comes over to the blasting point and charges all the coal point, all the drill holes charged with explosive, charged with ANFO, ammonium nitrate fuel oil mixture, is charged with all the ANFO material, and the blasting is done. And the 150 meters, so naturally half a ton explosive can be matched, because when 250 mm is used, 1 ton of explosive is charged. When 150 mm used, so half a ton explosive used, overall 25 tons of explosive is used in the blasting pattern. So in a single pattern, the hundreds of tons of the coal is achieved. So the blasting is done, and the power that this thing, the power shovels are there, hydraulic shovels are there, and the front enders and the back enders are there. They lift the coal and dump over the dumpers. It is there. So the dumpers straight away carry from the mine site to the dump yard. It is there. It is the system of doing the mining excavation and the open cast mining. It is there. So everything is modernized. Everything is mechanized, and that rose to 10 million tons per annum. Now, even 200 million tons producing mine is there. Heavy, high, deepest mining project. So, very commendable thing, and technologically innovative mining project, what we can say, it is there. So, all this is the open cast mining. So this is a small the briefs of this one, what we can say, the open cast mining. Coming to the strip mining is there. Actually, the overburden is there. Under the overburden, the mineral is available. The coal or mineral is available. The coal or mineral is available. It is there. The second type of mining is strip mining. In the open cast mining, it is there. Here the two things are there. Overburden is there, and the mineral is there. Mineral, the coal is there. The overburden, removal of the overburden, with having different procedures, it is called strip mining. The removal of overburden in successive layers is called the strip mining. Actually, the coal is there, maybe 20 30 meters thickness of the coal is available below the 300 meters. The 300 meters waste material, unwanted material, is excavated. What we are doing, the height of the bench is the 10 meters. That when the vertical benches, 30 vertical benches are used for excavation, the waste material, the overburden, it is there. So removal of the overburden, the removal of the overburden is called the strip mining. What we can say, it is called the strip mining. So here in the open cast mine, two things are there. One is the removal of the overburden, and second is the removal of the coal. So overburden may be 300 meters, and the coal may be the 30 meters. It is there. The 300 meters, the overburden is taken out, and with the use of drilling, blasting, the loading, transportation, different other things, it is there. The same strip mining is also the same strip mining also it is there. The same strip mining where the OB material, which is very much removed by drilling the holes and charging with the SMS plants, charging with the ANFO material and the blasting. So anyway, the total material is excavated and lifted by the different types of shovels and dump over the dumpers. The dumpers carry away the material from the site point to the maybe 5 kilometers away from the mine. So this is called the open cast mining, and the strip mining, it is there. So this is the one type of mining, it is there. And the second type of mining is the placer mining. Placer mining, where the hydraulic mining is there and the dredging is there. Placer mining is here the recovery of the heavy minerals from alluvial soil. Actually, different minerals are there. The minerals are where with the use of the water, which is for excavating, which is for the transporting, and which is for concentrating the minerals. The water is very much used. So all this water, and finally, to recover the heavy minerals. Generally, the heavy mineral which is there in the alluvial soil, the water used to excavate the alluvial soil, and finally, what the total excavation is done, and the transport is done by the water itself, and finally, the mineral concentrate is obtained by mineral processing process procedures. Different mineral processing procedures are there. Beneficiation plants are there which are laid out on the surface, and this one, the mineral with the water, this solution is taken away to the this beneficiation plants where the mineral concentrate is available, and this is called the placer mining. And the placer mining, and the two types of minings are there: hydraulic mining is there, and dredging is there. And different minerals are excavated by the hydraulic mining, and different other things are also excavated by the dredging. So certain ways, suppose that the crude oil is there, the crude oil and petrol, and which is excavated by the dredging, whereas the coal is there, the coal is excavated by the hydraulic mining. So some minerals are which are suitable for the hydraulic mining is decided, and some minerals are only suitable for the dredging. So the is that both the things, both the hydraulic mining and the dredging, both the things, water is the main ingredient, the main item, the main ingredient which is used for this type of mining is there. So the hydraulic mining is there. Suppose here the coal is excavated by the hydraulic mining. Here hydro monitor, some mission is there where the water is used in the mission. The hydro monitor, which pressurizes water with the help of hydraulic energy is created, and the which is the water is directed against the soft coal. The soft to even moderate soft coal is there. So the water is directed with the use of hydro monitor, where the water comes out with a high pressure, with a high force. So the coal block, the soft to medium hardness coal block is shorter, and the total coal is excavated, and the total coal splits into small pieces also. The big boulders also converted into small pieces. So all the pieces, the flumes are the hydro flumes are there. With the happy trapezoidal section, it is there. Trapezoidal section. Actually, with the trapezoidal section, and with having big one base, with having a larger base, and the thinner top section, or else with the top may be very wider, and the base plate may be very lesser than the top plate, and both the things may be used. The trapezoidal section flumes, hydro flumes, which are used, which are laid out with a angle, mostly 7 degrees to 11 degrees angle is there, and the flumes are established, and the coal with the water, where the hydro monitor is, which is used for the excavation of the coal. So the total coal block is shorter. The coal with the water is obtained. So the which is fallen over the hydro fumes, which is fallen over the hydro fumes. So due to the specific gravity, the water carries away the coal from face point to the junction point. It transports the coal from face point to the south. So this coal, which is floating in the water, so the water carries away from the face point to the junction point. So all along the this one, the panel, the flumes are connected with the rubber linings. So from face point to the bunker point, the coal is transported along the fumes. So it is having certain inclination. It is there with the this one specific gravity and the water. The total coal is transported from face point to the bunker point. It is there. So this is called hydraulic transportation. So the excavation is done by the hydro monitor. The excavation is done by the hydro monitor, where the transportation is done by the hydro flumes. These are trapezoidal boxes which are laid out at a 7 to 11 degrees inclination for easy carrying, for easy transportation. It is there. So which transports from that point to the basic junction point. It is there. So 7 to 11 degrees it is there. So the transportation is very much used, and finally at one point the coal is collected, another point the water is collected, and the coal is collected in the bunkers. From the bunkers, the conveyors are laid out from mining point, from the underground mining point to the surface mining. The laid out conveyors carries the material from UZ point to the surface point, from underground point to the surface point. So it is there. So the coal is collected in the bunkers. So the coal transportation is done like this. So water is there. The water has to be recycled. So the water is collected at the sump, and again the sump water is used by the hydro monitor. Again the hydro monitor uses the water in the sump, and the recycling is done. So again the hydro monitor which uses the water there and directs the with the force to the coal, with the coal then the coal gets shuddered, the coal gets excavated, it is excavated there, then finally it is done. So this is called the hydraulic mining, where and hydraulic mining, and there the very hard coal is not used, the soft medium hardness coal is only used. So the coal which is split by the hydro monitor is used in this type of mining. So the hard coal, if you use the hydro monitor there, so the coal cannot be split into cannot be converted into say, small pieces, then the mining is not possible. So it is not suitable for the hard minerals, the hard coals, but this is used for the soft and medium hard coal. This is suitable. So this is called the hydraulic mining. This is one method of the placer mining. The second method of placer mining is the dredging. So actually this was invented in Netherlands in 1565. One scientist used the dredging device. The dredging device, which is the mission, which totally actually a soft mineral might be there. The soft mineral actually the dredging mission converts the soft mineral into liquid matter, and that liquid matter is transported by the mission. The dredger is there. The dredger is connected to the motor. The motor runs. The dredger runs. The dredger this converts the soft mineral into carryable mineral, and which can be transferred through the pumps, to the surface. It is there, or else somewhere it can be used. So this is the device which was invented in Netherlands in 1565 by the one scientist. From that one onwards, so a lot of changes are made, a lot of changes have come up, and the revolution has been taken place. So the latest the dredges and the seabed mining, and where we are using for exploration of ONGC, exploration of oil and natural gas, we use there. So we tap the natural gas, the butane and the propane, different natural gases which is actually which is there in the sea. So we are tapping all natural gases. We are also tapping the crude oil also from the dredging is there. So dredging, it looks like a circle. Dredging it is there. It is connected to the motor. The motor runs at the dredge, So the dredge with the teeth, and which goes down point, the actually it reaches to the seabed where it rotates, and which excavates the mineral. The mineral, maybe here we are using the petroleum is there. The petrol, we use the mineral, the petrol and the crude oil here we are using. And so the mineral which is there, actually the soft mineral, suppose the manganese is there, and the manganese also is taken out by the dredging. Sea minerals are there, and the sea minerals are actually usually very much manganese is available in the seabed mining. Ocean bed mining is there, so the ocean beds are excavated, and the total mineral is converted into liquid state. So the liquid is easily carried out. The liquid is easily carried out to the surface. This is called the dredging. Generally, the manganese ore which is available in the ocean is excavated by the dredging. It is there, and this one and the water which is used in the dredging varies from 13 liters to 125 liters per second. For 1 second, 30 liters of water used. So depending on size of the plant, up to 125 liters per second, 125 liters of water is used for excavating the mineral bed. So mineral is there. Even the crude oil is there. The crude oil here, the 2000 crude oil is directly available at the under the over the this one seabed, or sometimes the crude oil which is trapped between impervious rocks, maybe sandstone, some rocks are there. So the sandstone is also excavated. The sandstone and the crude oil and the water, total everything is excavated by the dredger, and everything is converted into liquid form, and the liquid is carried out by the pumps. So generally the pumps are very much with the high efficiency, so which can transport the liquid matter, what we can say, the mineral liquid matter, easily transportable. And actually the different types of pumps are there. Centrifugal pump is there, and axial pumps are there, with having the centrifugal structure. So the mineral liquid matter easily transported to the surface. There actually the beneficiation is done. The crude oil is separated, the mineral is separated, the water is also separated, and the impurity is also separated there. From the crude oil, and the petrol is taken out, the kerosene is taken out, and different other valuable valuable fuels which are extracted from the fuel. So this is called the dredging. So the placer mining. In the placer mining, hydraulic mining is there, and the dredging is there. These are very important. Where hydraulic mining is used for the coal excavation, whereas the dredging, which is used for the excavation of oil and natural gas, and the minerals which is available in the sea, where plenty of water is there. So the dredgers uses the seawater itself also, which the excavation is done. So generally the seabed mining is done by the dredging, where valuable minerals which are excavated by the dredging. So this is called the placer mining. This is the second method of mining which is there. Third mining is the solution mining. Here the two things are there. The borehole mining is there, and the leaching is there. Borehole mining, actually the different boreholes are laid out with the drill machines are there. Not small drill machine, heavy drill machines are heavy drills are there. The drills lay the different holes with a lot of dia, maybe 150 mm to 250 mm dia holes which are made on the surface the water. So water is there. The water is added. The reagent, the solvent, the reagent which is added to the water and forms the aqueous solution. the aqueous solution. The aqueous solution sent directly to the mineral point. So this aqueous solution acts upon the mineral and converts this one, the mineral, into liquid form. Again, the converted liquid which is taken out, through the boreholes, through the maybe submersible borehole pump may be used. Submersible borehole pump may be used. So where the suction is created by the submersible borehole pump, or monopump also it is there, and submersible borehole pump which is very efficient, where in the which is erected in the boreholes, which sucks the liquid matter and transport the liquid matter from UZ point, another point, to the surface point. So it transports the liquid matter from this one to surface. So here the basic thing here, that this is called the chemical thing. Actually the chemical one, the chemical which is there, the reagent, the solvent which is added to the water and becomes aqueous solution, which acts upon the mineral, and the mineral is dissolved. This aqueous solution dissolves the mineral. The mineral is dissolved in the liquid matter. So the final liquid matter is transported through the borehole submersible pumps, and from the UZ point to the surface it is there. There, second thing started. So leaching is done. Aqueous solution is there. Whatever the solution, whatever the mineral which is available in the underground is melted, is dissolved with the liquid, and which comes up through the submersible pump. Finally, the chemical leaching process starts over there. The chemical leaching process, what is that? Actually, the leaching. Suppose if you take any liquid matter, if you evaporates the water, or else if you leach it, or else if the water is removed from the liquid matter, so the concentrate, the mineral concentrate which is available when the water is evaporated. Suppose a salt solution is there, when the water is evaporated, the salt remains there. In the similar process, the liquid matter with the mineral which comes up, the leaching process starts there, where the chemical extraction, where chemical agents are mixed with, and the water is evaporated, the water is removed, and the final, the ore concentrate which is available, which is final form. So this is called the leaching. And there different types of chemicals are which are used. The mineral processing, the beneficiation plants and mineral processing, we can call mineral processing is there, where froth flotation and different other methods are there, very much used there, where which separates the water from the mineral. So the mineral ore concentrate is obtained by this one, and finally the ore concentrate which is dried up in the desiccators, and finally the mineral is obtained. So this is called the leaching. Anyway, a bacteria is also used here. So the bacteria, there's a good bacteria and the bad bacteria is there. The good bacteria which is used here for to speed up the process. The chemical leaching is there. When bacteria is added to the chemical leaching, so the process is speeded up, and finally the ore concentrate, where a large percentage of ore concentrate is available. Finally, it is sent to the desiccator, where it is dried up, and final the ore is obtained. So this is called leaching. So this is solution mining. In the solution mining, the two parts are there, where borehole mining is there, where borehole mining reagents added to the water, the reagent, like the aqueous solution, converts the mineral into liquid matter. The liquid matter is transported through the boreholes and sent to the surface, where the surface, on the surface the leaching is done, leaching process is done. There the different chemicals are added, and the bacteria is also added for easy extraction of the mineral. The water is removed, where desiccators are used, and the water is dried up, and the mineral concentration is obtained. And this is called the second part of solution mining, that is leaching. And different types of leaching are there. In situ leaching is there, the heap leaching is there, and the vat leaching is there. In situ leaching, when the leaching is done at the instant, and the leaching is done at the mineral bed itself, then it is called in situ leaching. At the mine itself, the leaching starts. It is called in situ leaching. The heap leaching is that, and suppose the dumps are the waste material where the dumps are away from the mine, where tailings are there, where slag piles are there. There we use the leaching we use, and this leaching is called heap leaching, where mineral dumps are there and which is away from the mine site. There we use the leaching process, and that process is called the heap leaching. Another leaching is the vat leaching is there, where leaching is used in the tanks. In the tanks are vats, where actually where the aqueous solution is formed, where the liquid matter is there. The liquid matter is dried up in the tanks. It is finally the ore concentrate is available, and this type of leaching is called a vat leaching. So there are three kinds of leaching is there. In situ leaching is there, and heap leaching is there, and the vat leaching is. In situ leaching, straight away the leaching is done at the mine itself. It is called in situ leaching. And heap leaching is there. Wherever the dumps are there, the leaching is done, and this is called the heap leaching. And the vat leaching, the leaching is done in the tanks of vat. It is called the vat leaching. It is there. So this is about the leaching. This is about the leaching. So overall, the surface mining, the total surface mining is there. It is done in this one in three ways: open cast mining and the strip mining is there. The placer mining, in the placer mining, hydraulic mining is the dredging is there, and the solution mining, borehole mining is the leaching is there. So these are the different kinds of minings are there. The open cast mining, actually mining this one overburden is there. After 300 meters we are going down, the OB material is removed, the coal is exposed, and we are removing the coal. Not only the coal, iron ore is also we are excavating. The bauxite is also we are excavating, and many other minerals also we are excavating. But in a large scale, we are excavating the OB material, this one the coal material, iron material, and the bauxite material, and they are very much successful. And strip mining is there. In the coal mining overburden, 300 meter soil is there. The soil is taken out, and this is called the strip mining. The open cast mining and the strip mining it is there. And the placer mining, hydraulic mining is there, and dredging is there. The hydraulic mining which is very suitable for the coal mining, very suitable for the coal mining, and the dredging which is suitable, the dredger is there, and this is actually all the Gulf countries which are using the dredging. So this is the sea mining, where the ONGC, oil and natural gas, and the petrol and the crude oil, which is excavated by the dredging, total slurry is taken out, and the water is taken out, the oil is separated, the crude oil is separated, and from the crude oil, many marine products are obtained. So this is called the dredging. This is called the dredging. So dredging, there we use, and actually this is done in the this one the seabed mining, where the water is there. Actually the crude oil is there. Actually the crude oil is formed with the corals, the living the thousands of the thousands of the corals accumulated at a point. The bacteria which acts upon the corals, the dead bodies of the corals, and finally the bacterial and the chemical reaction converts the flesh of the coral into crude oil. So that is there. The crude oil which is trapped between the impervious beds, which is trapped between underneath the seabed. So actually what they do, they the dredger which is used there, the dredger excavate the seabed where the oil is trapped, and converts and mixes the water, the oil, which carries totally soft mineral is there, and the soft mineral and the crude oil and the water, everything is mixed up, and the total mixed slurry is carried out by the pumps, and after finally to the surface where the crude oil is separated, and this one is there. So the flesh of the dead bodies of the corals trapped between the imperious rocks and acted by the bacterial and chemical process. The millions of after passing millions of years, which is converted into the crude oil, what now we are using there. So and the dredging, and this is the technology which is there where we used this type of mining is there. Solution mining, this is the borehole mining. Here the two things are there. Borehole mining is there, and the reagent is mixed with the mineral. So aqueous solution is formed, which converts the mineral solution, and finally with the borehole submersible pumps and sent to the surface area, where with the using the different chemicals and the bacteria, where the water is removed and different other impurities are removed and the mineral concentrate is obtained. This is the leaching. So the solution mining, this one, the borehole mining is there and the leaching is there. The surface mining, open cast mining is there, placer mining, open cast mining, strip mining, and the first one is there, and placer mining, hydraulic mining is there, dredging is there, and solution mining, borehole mining is there, and leaching is there. So these are the different types of surface minings are there, and which are very much useful in the mining. Thank you.